The Finals is the best new FPS out currently, and with it comes the nuances of each individual class. Hey everyone, I am Doodleman149, and today I'll be going over the Medium class and everything you need to know about it to excel. I'll go over all the weapons, equipment, role, tactics, and best build for the Medium class, and giving you the best options for all of them. So without further delay, let's hop into this. The very first thing everyone wants to know about regarding the medium class is the weapons. The default weapon is the AKM, a fast-firing, medium-damage assault rifle with 36 rounds per magazine. It only has iron sights and the recoil can be a bit much for bursts, so it's best suited for close to medium-range engagements. Our second weapon is the revolver, a much slower firing but much higher damage weapon. It's semi-automatic in terms of player usage, and it has 6 rounds in the cylinder. It will one-shot a light with a headshot and will basically kill a medium with a headshot as well. If you can hit consistent headshots, the revolver will outperform almost every other weapon. It's usable at all ranges. Next up, we have the SCAR, with a little more damage than the AKM, but with less ammo. It has 20 rounds in the magazine and has a slower rate of fire with slightly stronger recoil and a hollow sight. Given it fires slower and has an optic, it's more suitable for medium to long range fights. After that, we have the lever action shotgun. This weapon is exactly what it sounds like and functions the same as any pump shotgun in any other shooter. It's powerful up close with a slower rate of fire, but can still reach out and smite you at medium ranges. It's more of a niche weapon that works best when fighting for a cash out in a close quarters area. Be aware, it has the typical shotgun reloading, so you'll need to keep that in mind. There is also a pump action grenade launcher for the medium class. It does pretty good damage and can obviously damage multiple enemies at once, just be careful not to hurt yourself too. These grenades explode on impact and you can fire 4 of them before needing to reload. This launcher reloads the same as a shotgun, one at a time. It has a fairly sharp drop in its arc, so it is best used at close to medium ranges. The final medium class weapon is the Riot Shield. This weapon comes with a baton to smack enemies with. The baton itself does average damage alone, but the biggest benefit of this weapon is how the shield blocks all incoming damage. You can still shoot the feet of the person or get around them, but in close quarters areas with no way out, the shield will ensure you can advance on your opponent safely before delivering a flurry of blows. This weapon is good at all ranges for defensive purposes, but it is of course only offensively effective up close. Now we get to the equipment. In this section I'll lump some together since they're so similar, and I'll include the specific class abilities here as well. Let's start with the grenades. Mediums have access to frags, flashbangs, goo, gas, sonar, and incendiary grenades. Frags go boom, flashbangs turns enemy screens white. The gas and fire grenades are good for area of denial over a length of time and are best for holding down a cache box. Goo grenades cause a cluster of goo to appear from the point of impact. This creates a quick temporary defense or an extra platform to use to your advantage. The sonar grenade sends out pulses where it lands to detect enemies within its area of effect. These revealed enemies are shown to the entire team. Next we have mines. We have explosive and gas mines, both doing exactly what you'd expect them to. There are also glitch mines or glitch traps, and these traps disrupt enemy HUDs and deactivate enemy active abilities like cloaking, the healing beam, or a turret. All the mines are just stationary passive versions of the grenades in the game. Speaking of turrets, the medium has access to 2 types, the Guardian and the APS turrets. The Guardian turret dishes out decent damage at a decent range and is fully automated. It can be placed on any surface, so it doesn't need to be placed directly on the ground. The APS turret just shoots down enemy gadgets that enter its area of effect, useful for holding down positions. For tracking gadgets, there is the sonar grenade I mentioned earlier, but there's also the recon senses ability and the tracking dart. The recon senses let you basically have wall hacks and see all enemies through walls for a limited time and at a limited distance. The tracking dart functions much the same way as the other two, but it lasts longer and must be directly applied to a target to track them. Next up, we have the mobility gadgets, namely being the jump pad and the zipline. The zipline is simple. It allows you to spawn a zipline to basically anywhere you want and functions just the same as the ziplines that come naturally with the arena. The jump pad allows you to very quickly reach new heights by launching you and any equipment into the air. This can be placed on angled surfaces if more linear distance is required instead of more altitude. The final gadgets are the most important ones, the medical gadgets. These are the defibrillator and the healing beam. The defibrillator brings a downed teammate back instantly, but only at half health. This is useful for when you quickly need to get a teammate back into a fight, or if you need to get them on the move again. The healing beam actively heals a single ally when they are targeted. You'll notice a blue cross over the teammate that your healing beam will currently target when equipped. The healing beam puts out enough health to directly counteract the damage dealt by gas gadgets. Now we move into the role of the medium class. The first, and in my opinion only role of a medium, should be taking it up as a medic and support player. The combination of the defibs and the healing beam are essential to keep your team in a fight longer and getting them back into the fight sooner. Combining these gadgets with the jump pad and zipline and the sonar grenade ensures that your team has as many mobility and intel options available to them at all times. The second role a medium can take up is as a point defense character. The best gadgets for this would be the Guardian Turret ability, the APS turret, any mines, and the goo grenade to form additional cover. This type of medium can be very campy and very annoying to go against, so it's an option for certain types of players. Now we'll look at some clever tactics to make the most out of your medium class. The defibrillator is one of the best gadgets the medium class has access to. Instead of having to sit still and revive an ally over a long period of time, the defibs let you charge them up on the move for an instant revive. But be aware, this only brings your character back at half health. This is where the healing beam combo quickly comes in. A quick revive followed by the healing beam will not only get your teammate back to full strength very quickly, it'll also potentially save them from another death if you revive them in a tough spot. The next suggestion, while not exclusive to the medium class, is still one that is worth utilizing. If you use the zipline gadget to create a custom path to an objective and don't want an enemy team following you up, simply place 2 explosive mines at the end of your zipline. This will do 2 things. The double mines ensures that any build that steps on it will get immediately deleted, and the ensuing explosion will break your zipline, preventing enemies from easily following you, or, if placed over a pit, can ensure any enemies on the zipline at the time of detonation will fall to their doom. It's a cheeky play, but it's one that should not be ignored. My final tactical tip is for jump pad users. Everyone knows that the jump pad is the best way to get your entire team up to a high point when placed on the ground. However, the jump pad has more to it than this rudimentary use. Jump pads placed at angles can help propel you further towards an objective, giving you greater lateral movement than would otherwise be achievable. There are plenty of angled surfaces to perform this maneuver on, and, if you run the goo grenade, you can make this even more precise. Goo has multiple angles that a pad can be placed on, so simply toss a grenade and place your pad at an angle and direction you need to go to achieve maximum mobility. Another clever method of jump pad usage is defensively. When placed in a doorway, an enemy can struggle to get past it if they don't know that it can be destroyed. This is also a great way to remove a heavy from a cash box steal if you cannot kill him off of it in time. Now we get to what I consider to be the best build for the medium class in my opinion. Keep in mind, I am one of the players of the finals, so my opinion is absolutely objectively correct at all times. For a weapon, I suggest using the AKM. It has plenty of ammo, manageable recoil, good range and accuracy, and good hip fire. It's a great all-rounder type of weapon. It won't be able to handle long ranges very well because of the recoil, but from medium to close range fights, it is the best, most consistent medium weapon. As a reserve weapon, if you're skilled enough, the revolver is a fantastic alternative. For gadgets, I suggest using the sonar grenade. It allows for on-the-fly intel gathering, which can even detect cloaked light builds. It's great for ensuring a contested area is cleared of enemies, and it helps to know where the enemies are before you push. If you want an alternative, the explosive mine is great for cash box defense. The second gadget that is an absolute must is the jump pad. It's very versatile and can be used in many creative ways. The zipline is another option, but I personally don't recommend it as it can be more easily removed from play and it's easier to hit someone on a zipline as well. The final gadget that you need to have as a medium are the defibrillators. They can be instantly bringing back allies and have a decent recharge time, so as the single medic class in the game, the defibs are an absolute must. Speaking of medic play, the healing beam is the best class ability to use. It's very helpful for supporting a heavy or for ensuring someone stealing a cash box doesn't die before they can steal it. It has offensive and defensive purposes, but in general, it's a necessary tool for the medium to have. The Guardian Turret is a good alternative, but it's no substitute from actually supporting your team. And so that's all we got, folks. I covered every medium class weapon, explained where they are useful and where they aren't, explained all the gadgets, informed you of the roles of the medium class, gave you tips and tricks, and the best build for the medium main. You're a medic. You're the only medic out in the field. You can heal living allies and bring back dead ones instantly. You have arguably the best weapons in the game and can recon an area and provide strategic mobility options for your team. I hope you learned something from this video, and I hope it helps you become a better medium class player. Do you like the medium class, or do you prefer another one? Do you have a different medium build that you think is better? Let me know both in the comments below. If you're working at Embark and are watching this, I just want to say thanks for a great gaming experience, and I am truly hoping to see you all succeed. Remember to like and subscribe for more fantastic finals content, and add me in game at doodleman149 #5805 so we can get some games in together. I'm always in the market for some new teammates to get some dubs with. I've been Doodleman149, you've all been great, and until next time, I will see you later.